Question 4. Which calcium or compound contains the greatest percentage by mass of calcium? Which calcium compound contains the greatest percentage by mass of calcium? So calcium carbonate, be good to recognize those chemical names by their chemical formula. Calcium carbonate, calcium nitrate. Remember, calcium is group 2, nitrate is -1. So I need 2 nitrates to balance 1 calcium. Calcium hydroxide. Again, calcium is in group 2, so that means it's +2. Hydroxide is -1, so I need 2 of these to balance that. And we've got calcium sulfate. Calcium is +2, sulfate is 2-, so they balanced. Now, percentage by mass of calcium. For the first one here, you're going to have the mass of calcium is basically 40. I mean, if you look in here, calcium is 40.1. So let's roughly say 40. So I could do 40 over the total mass of the calcium carbonate, which is 40 plus carbon is 12 plus 16 oxygen times 3. And that will give, so that should give 0.4. Because it's 0.4, if you times it by 100 to talk about percentage, and that will be 40%. So that's 40%. What about for nitrate? For nitrate, you can see you're going to get 40 again over 40 because we're looking at calcium. Calcium is 40 over the total mass of this. So calcium is 40 underneath, plus, well, nitrogen is 14 and oxygen is, nitrogen is 14. So turn that on. Nitrogen is 14. 14 plus, put in the bracket if you like, 16 times 3. For the oxygen, 62, but because there's 2 of the lot, there's 2 of them, times 2, and if you add the 40, so that'll be, let's put it here, 124 plus, so 124 plus 40, 164. So that's 164. If you then divide it by, if you do 40 divided by 164, all right, and standard decimal, you get 24, 0.24, 0.24. And if you times it by 100 to get a percentage, that'll be 24%. So there's 24% of calcium here. There is 40% of calcium here. We're looking for the greatest percentage by mass of calcium. Let's do this one. All right, for those one, I'm going to get 40 over, well, that's 40 calcium, and OH, oxygen is 16 plus 1, hydrogen 17. 17 times 2, I'm expecting that to be 34. So that's plus 34, right? Because that's 17 times 2. Right, so we are getting 40 over 74. So if you do the maths on the calculator, so 40 divided by 74, I get 54, 0.54. So 0.54. If we times it by 100, we get 54%. So that's 54% of calcium in calcium hydroxide. What about calcium sulfate? So for calcium sulfate, you have to do 40 over 40 plus. Now sulfur is 32. That's 32 plus, it's 16 times 4 because oxygen is 16. So 16 times, I know that should be 64. So that'll be 64. So what we have now is over the 40 over the total underneath. So I could do fraction key 40, arrow key down, 40 plus 32 plus 64. All right. So that's 0.29, 0.29 times 100. That's 29%. Right, so now let's answer the question. Which is the greatest percentage by mass of calcium? This one is 29, 54, 24, 40. Which you need to think? I'll be thinking C. Right, so that's the one.